Manchester United's first final in 4 years pitches them against the underrated and overlooked Villarreal. With the pundits already hanging the medals around the necks of United's players, what is the reality of this Villarreal side? And what do United have to do to ensure they lift that trophy on the 26th of May? Let's go to the whiteboard. When Villarreal have possession at the back, they play with split centre-backs, push the full-backs up, and look to filter the ball out wide, either via the split centre-backs or the goalkeeper. But the position of their full-backs is quite clever. By staying in line with the double pivot, if Villarreal are unable to filter the ball out to the full-backs via the centre-backs or the goalkeeper, even facing a high press, they can go into the double pivot and it's an easy first-time square ball out to the full-backs. It's clever, well-drilled positional play to get the ball in the areas they want it in. Going to screenshots of Villarreal's semi-final, we can see Villarreal's possession formation of the split centre-backs and advanced full-backs. In this example, the avenues out to Foyt, either via the goalkeeper or centre-backs, are cut off by Pepe. Despite Arsenal's high press, Villarreal go into the double pivot from the goalkeeper, and with Foyt in a position to receive the ball from the double pivot, it's a simple square ball out to Foyt, which opens up the pitch and leads to the first goal. In this example, we could also see how much space there was down the right-hand side for Villarreal, and this is how they created it. During the final, you will see that Villarreal tend to favour attacking down the right-hand side. To create the space down that side, Chukwueze will play high and wide to pin the opposition's left back, which maintains the space on the outside of the narrow front line and midfield most sides play with. When the ball gets switched out to Foyt, we can see Chukwueze moving towards the touchline, pulling Xhaka out with him, which opens up this space for Foyt. With Xhaka unable to engage Foyt, Arsenal's midfield are having to bust the gut to get across. To counter this, whether Pogba or Rashford play on United's left, they will have to go with Villarreal's right back to shut this space down and prevent the overload. Moving on to how Villarreal's front line operates. As I explained earlier, Chukwueze will play high and wide on the right. Whoever gets the nod between Alcer and Baka will play as a conventional 9 up against United centre-backs, but it's the talented and dangerous Gerard Moreno United need to be most wary of. With 23 La Liga goals this season, only Messi has scored more. Even Benzema is flagging behind Moreno with 22 goals in La Liga this season. Moreno would look to drop off the front line, usually into the half space on Villarreal's right. From here, the spare centre-back needs to make a decision on whether to hold their position or step out of the defensive line to engage Moreno. Most defenders will not want to step up the pitch this far, leaving this space in behind and a one-on-one, and that's why Moreno ends up finding space between the lines. But this won't be United's only problem. When Moreno drops off, Villarreal's 8, who will most likely be Trigueros, will run beyond the ball into the space vacated by Moreno. Going to screenshots of Villarreal's semi-final, Moreno has dropped off into the half space, with Trigueros about to make this run into the space vacated by Moreno. Moreno slips a pass on the inside to Partey, and Trigueros is now running at Arsenal's back four. But Moreno was not finished. He makes this wraparound run and ends up striking at goal. United have the athleticism to deal with Villarreal's midfield and attacking fluency. But with United playing with 2 6s and a 10 against Villarreal's 2 6s and an 8, plus Moreno dropping deep, if United don't get their tactics right, they could end up outnumbered in midfield. To combat this, Fernandes will have to drop into midfield and take one of Villarreal's 6s to even up the midfield numbers. Regarding Moreno, one of United's centre-backs will have to be brave and step up the pitch with Moreno and back themselves to win the duel. That's why I'm not that bothered if Maguire misses the game. He will not want to step up the pitch like this, but the more mobile and athletic Tuanzebe won't have a problem because he has the recovery pace. So, if Maguire does miss the game, it could be a blessing for United. Now, where are the holes in Villarreal's game for United to exploit? Villarreal play with an aggressive high press, looking to turn their opposition over high up the pitch, or at least force the keeper to kick long. But if United can keep the ball, even if they don't beat the press, Villarreal will eventually drop off, and that will expose the high line that facilitates the high press due to the pressure dropping off the ball. Going to screenshots of Villarreal's semi-final, Saka is on the ball and we can see how aggressive Villarreal's press is. But Arsenal managed to keep the ball and get the ball out to the left to Xhaka. Arsenal haven't beaten the press, but with the press dropping off, reducing the pressure on the ball, Villarreal's high line is vulnerable. A straight ball over the top gets Pepe in, who wins a penalty that is overruled by VAR. We saw how United destroyed Real Sociedad's high line in the last 16, so Villarreal's high line could provide some joy for United. The Devils' verdict is, it's a match between tactical fluency and variation against individual talent. As far as the score is concerned, my head says Villarreal have enough to win the game, but I will go with United's match winners nicking a close match. Let me know in the comments how you think the final will pan out. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video.